Hi Kiwi, welcome to another episode of Hades. Today we are going to be running the aspect of Rama on the bow. We haven't done a Rama run in a while, at least in my temporal space, if you will. I don't know how recent it's been in a video, but I feel like I have not played Rama in a very long time, and that is what we're going to do. We are taking a 17 heat bounty with 3 levels of jury summons, 3 levels of extreme measures, maxing out benefits package and middle management, and 1 level of tight deadline. Let's go ahead and play my favorite aspect weapon in the game.
Look to me for clear instruction, boy, not for the embodiment of the standard to which you are held. Set your aim higher than to be like me.
Is what I would have said if Hades hadn't interrupted me.
Set your aim higher too.
And without having played so much of the aspect of Hestia. Let's see, point blank shot, 150% more damage to nearby foes. We will take that because that is a lot of damage on Rama. That is better than any boon we probably could have taken. From any god. Let's see, twin shot. Yeah. We're definitely taking point blank shot. Watch this. Well, bam. We can one shot most enemies in Tartarus now. Ooh, an Erebus Gate for Athena versus a Poseidon. Poseidon has very low modifiers. We're looking for gods like Aphrodite or Artemis on our attack to see the biggest numbers possible. Could make an argument for neither of these. I think I just take Poseidon and pop him on the special, and we'll just see where he ends up afterwards. Could do a Sea Storm special build again. That would be funny. I don't want to. I don't really want to, but I could. I absolutely could. So check this out. I'm slightly out of range, but basically what we want is we want triple shot and point blank shot, and you have one of the strongest builds in the game with Rama, and one of my favorite builds too. It's super risky with forced overtime on, but we're not running.
Little Hades, I had heard you were preparing to rain terrible destruction on your enemies, so I got here as quickly as I could. I'm not too late, am I?
No, you were not. You know, I guess Hydraulic Might would be decent. Well, why don't we take his dash? Well, actually, no, I want to keep enemies close, so his dash would be a bad idea. All right. Rare Cheer Special gives a 97% damage modifier. If we got his attack, it's really weak. We'll take the Darkness here. We're still stacking that up for more reroll chances. Like, the thing about Rama is you do not have to abuse point blank shot unless you feel safe to do so. So you have this huge damage steroid if you choose to use it. Alternatively, you just have a good long range bow weapon regardless. Like, see this? I'm super safe and I still do 120 damage. And 2-shot them with that. Like, that is the power of Rama. Point blank, it's amazing. Far away, it's still amazing. It's just not as amazing in terms of damage. You trade safety for damage, which, as you get better at the game, that is a perfectly viable option.
Do not mess with me right now.
Zagreus sounds mad. And the cool thing about it is, too, the shots pierce, which means you can hit multiple enemies with it. You use your special effect to make them share damage. Like, I did 150 damage from the attack and 180 from the shared damage somehow. I don't know how that works, but we somehow have gotten a lot of damage on the special. I really do not want to go a Sea Storm build, but I am kind of setting myself up for that potential. That said, the special still seems to be kind of lackluster in overall damage output. We're going to just tag everyone with the special so we get the effect and then watch them pop from a distance. Like, that is the funnest part. There is actually a glitch in this game, or I don't know if it's a glitch, but there is a trick to skipping the 3rd phase of Lerny if you tag all 5 of his heads with the Artemis effect, I believe. Let's see, another Poseidon or Chaos. We'll take Chaos here. We want attack damage. Dash attack is also great because it'll charge. We are always going to dash attack with the bow because it makes it charge up a lot faster.
Infinite possibilities can be tedious to choose from. So let me provide you with a significantly smaller set with which you may yet change the fate's designs.
Let's see. They really want us to go with special build. 46% more damage on the special, more damage from striking from behind, or more gold. I'm gonna reroll and see if I get anything better here.
Different set of choices then.
Cast, coin, or back attack. We're not gonna be able to reliably back attack with the bow on bosses because they're gonna be too fast for us. They're gonna turn around before I can even hit them. More gold doesn't really sound that exciting, but I guess I'll take that. 35% more gold at the cost of 4 rooms of reduced dash range. Oh, hey, Aphrodite, perfect. Let's go get her on the attack. That'll make us see some really big numbers at base.
I thought crystals were supposed to be pretty.
Anyway, what I was going to say earlier, before I went on a pretty severe tangent, is the fact that the aspect of Hestia, I think, has become my favorite weapon.
You'll be back.
The bond of love is strong enough to suffer any hardship, dearest.
It is so strong. It is so safe. It is so consistent for me to get runs, and we're not offered her attack. Do I? I don't have any duo boons in mind. Let's reroll here for the sake of getting her attack. There we go. 66% more attack damage. That feels lower than I expected it to be, but oh well. Zeus, we really are going to be running a Sea Storm build on our special, aren't we? I think if we get a hammer that only offers... Oh wait, no, we got a hammer that offered our attack. Never mind, we have point blank shot. I already forgot that somehow. No matter. Well, we're gonna go a mixed build of attack and special. The two strongest ways to build Rama. Like, the Sea Storm build on Rama is actually pretty great. You rapid fire too fast, so you don't get all of the lightning bolt shots to drop per arrow, but you get at least one, if not two, especially if you've got Relentless Volley, the one that increases the number of shots on your special.
Faith and courage, Zagreus. For each and every one of us upon Olympus is behind you all the way, throughout this whole affair.
I missed the fish in Chaos's room. I saw it and then forgot to get it. Darn it. Oh well, we're going to take Zeus's aid here because of course we're going to take Zeus's aid. It's so strong. And a Infernal Trove offering coins? Sure, why not?
That is private property.
Let's make this quick.
Just try... Oh, I got clipped by it, darn it. Just trying to tag as many enemies with my special as possible so that we can just pop them from a safe distance while I focus DPS on the bigger HP enemies. I mean, actually, I guess I don't really need to use my special on these guys. They get one shot. What are you doing hiding in the corner there? That's rude.
Fine, help yourself.
There we go.
Thank you, Father.
Nice 100 extra coin. Let's see what the shop has to offer. An extra 40 coin for us and a Chaos Gate. Sure, we'll take both of those very gladly. The mid shop. Sure. I didn't address it, but I took the Palm Blossom because I had no idea what I wanted to run for this build, so I figured I'll just get leveled on whatever I take, and there's another Zeus boon. Are we gonna get the early Tartarus? We're not, okay. But Jolted, we'll take. Well, that'll be great for us later. Sure, why not? Well said, Boatman. Oop, I missed the coin pot again. My observation skills and memory are maybe a little lacking in this episode, let's say. But I'm sitting pretty. I'm not worried about this. Oh, right. So what I was saying, I think overall Hestia just is my favorite weapon because it's really satisfying to be just like click, shoot, reload, shoot, reload, shoot. And I know for some people that is kind of the deal breaker that makes them not want to play Hestia, but I've gotten very used to reloading on the rail to the point it's second nature to me. The main thing that I haven't mastered is using my special at the same time as reloading to get the extra damage the extra DPS potential that brings out. But I will master that one day, and those runs are just going to get progressively stronger. I mean, I've had some of my craziest runs. I got my almost hitless run on Hestia. I've gotten some of my fastest clear times with Hestia.
Hit me.
And anytime I get Artemis or especially Aphrodite on the attack, I am a DPS king. Hands down, one of the easiest. And there's more special damage. Chaos. I don't want to run a special build, but I guess I'm running a special build. I'm gonna take it, I guess. Excruciating Flourish. 25% more damage taken for the next 4 encounters, 51% more damage special afterwards. We'll take the palm here and see if we can get it on Jolted instead of our special, but what is happening? The game is like, we heard the builds you want to run, but you know, that would be too... Oh my goodness, I took a lot of damage there. I do appreciate that this game does do a thing where if you take too many hits at once, it gives you a temporary damage shield, because it's like, oh, you are having a really bad time, and this is maybe a little bit too unfair. I appreciate that, I really do. These witches, though, man. I'm gonna drop a Sisyphus just for the heal. Because I think I was getting put into a pretty precarious position. Entirely avoidable. Like, I can break their shots with my attack. I just chose not to. I chose to face tank a whole lot of damage. Static Discharge to 150 damage. Sure, we'll take that. At present, I do not have a good way of dropping Static Discharge, aside from the Zeus Call, which we're not going to be spamming very often. Let's go ahead and roll the spoon, see what we get.
How goes it, Zagreus?
Oh, Artemis, am I ever so happy to see you and your 2% crit chance for us. Thank you dearly. You can never go wrong with Artemis.
Hello, Fury Sisters.
Zagreus!
He's got our name.
Wait, just the first part. No murderer, just Zagreus. Or, let's see, how about happy? Can you say happy?
On. She tried. All right, I guess that's our new.
Not happy.
That's our new goal. We're gonna get Sisyphone to say happy. I guess that's funny. But okay, let me show you the true potential of what this bow does. We're gonna phase her, and then we will go for a point blank shot with Boiling Blood active, with our thing. Okay, here we go. Watch this. I didn't actually look at the number. I was too busy looking at Meg. There we go. That was like 500 damage, which actually isn't as exciting as I thought it would be, but you know, if we crit, it would be. And for early game, it's pretty strong. But I mean, like, the thing about Hestia is we get Aphrodite's attack, or we don't even get an attack. We use the Shattered Shackle from Sisyphus, and we are one-shotting every enemy in Tartarus, and like 8-shotting the Fury Sister boss. The thing that is really going to make our damage pop off if we get it is going to be triple shot. Triple shot, point blank shot is the strongest hammer combination you can possibly get on Rama. It is so insanely powerful because if you get a point blank shot, like you are point blank, all 3 hits of Rama will land. And so basically it literally triples your damage. It's insanely strong. And even at a distance, if you're fighting trash mob rooms, it's spreading out. I think unfortunately, and I hate that I'm going to do this, I think I kind of need to take the Zeus keepsake now because we are setting ourselves up for Sea Storm. Another Chaos Gate? Sure. And I'll take the HP that this is being offered because I seem to be a little less focused this run and a little more prone to taking damage than I would like. I'm having too much fun giving commentary, and you know, again, it's kind of like driving. You get to the point where you're so good at something, or you're so like second nature at something, that you don't need to fully use your brain to do it. But there is still a degree of distraction, a degree of attention taken away from what you are doing, and that can cause the gameplay to suffer, or you to crash, I suppose. Oh, hey, we're finally being offered an attack boon after I finally just said, all right, you know what, you win, we'll do the special build. All right, whatever. 39% more attack damage after 4 encounters where I take 25% more damage. Sounds good to me. And then we'll take Hermes here because, of course, greater haste rush delivery, hyper sprint, more dashes if we can't get those. All perfectly viably strong options for this build. The nice thing about Rama is it actually is fairly decent at popping damage control shields because the special hits like 5 or at least 3 times in rapid fashion. I guess that other guy died off screen because I hit him with the special enough. But yeah, basically, with forced overtime, it becomes very hard to fully charge Rama. With Hestia, there's no charge. It's dodge, fire when you're safe. And it makes it so insanely strong for such insane safety. And the reload empowered shot
Last time we got you out of there, right, boss?
has extended range. So it is really strong. So yeah, not a surprise. You know what? Fine. Swift Flourish. Let's take it. 10% faster specials. Why not? They are really forcing this. Is there a gold pot in here? Because if not, I'm not going to go for the shop. Nope. Oh well. We'll have to skip whatever boon would have been offered there and just go for straight coin. We'll have it for later. That's the one downside of taking all of those Well of Charon things that I purchased, but it was worth it. The Chaos Gate got us attack damage. Anyway, where was I? So, yeah, so Hestia is safe. It has damage. It has ridiculous early game potential and ridiculous late game scaling if you can get the right build. Heartrend crits with an Aphrodite attack, for example. But I do think it's outperformed in terms overall by Haribo in terms of the early game to late game scaling potential, because Haribo, which is probably my 3rd favorite weapon, I mean, I did a speedrun on it, and on my first attempt with that weapon, I got an 11-minute, I think it was 11-minute or sub 11-minute run, which is crazy. All right, let's take Zeus here. At this point, I think we know what we're in for. Let's see that special build pop off, even though I'm still going to be trying to focus on the attack as much as possible. I can't deny what the game is trying to force me into having. Here's another nifty thing about the special on Rama. I can hit that boulder even though he's up in the air. All right, so what I'm going to try and do is get him to drop right on his girlfriend, and then drop a Sisyphus on both of them. And there goes their armor. Good. And soon thereafter, their red health. Get this one going. This is the rare instance where I kill the boulder head first. You know what? Okay, today's the day. We are gonna learn that enemy's name. Where is it? Infernal Arms, Underworld, Asphodel. Here are perilous foes. I need to know that I have for the longest time been waffling around that enemy's name. There we are. Where are you? Skull Crusher and Mega Gorgon. Okay, it's a Skull Crusher. Now we know. Forever will I know that enemy's name is Skull Crusher until the next run when I inevitably forget.
Of Hades.
All right, Clouded Judge. There's Double Strike. Okay, so we have a very strong Zeus call now. We get Sea Storm from Poseidon or Zeus, and we're set. Now, Eurydice here, we have a couple boons that could be good if she hits them, but a couple boons that would be total flops if she did. Let's see. We've got the attack and the special, obviously, and the call are all great options. Static Discharge would be amazing. Double Strike would be amazing. Swift Flourish is whatever. Pressure Points is okay. Honestly, there are more wins than there are losses here if I get her rarity upgrade.
Kid. So what's it going to be this time, Your Royal Majesty?
Alternatively, I take Refreshing Nectar, which will potentially increase our chance of seeing the duo boon if we get a Poseidon or a Zeus offered, but I think I'm going to go Ambrosia Delight. Let's do it. What does it hit?
Enjoy.
It hits
Really
Double
hit the
Strike
spot.
and Special. Yup. Like,
See you again.
everything in our RNG except for that initial hammer that I chose has been like, this is a special build. Screw your goal of making an attack build.
That's a relief.
But honestly, it doesn't matter what build I run on Rama. Honestly, it's going to be strong. And this will be a nice balance of special and
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
special and attack damage. I do think I'll re-roll here because, let me confirm, but I'm pretty sure I can get their duo now. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to get their duo, and I can get his legendary now too. Let's see, Sea Storm, yeah, so we're set for legendary and his duo with Poseidon. Alternatively, I take Thunder Dash just so that I can spam lightning bolts more, but I don't think it's really that good here. So let's re-roll once, see what we get.
What else?
Nothing. I'm gonna take Billowing Strength because we kind of have a really strong cast setup, although I would have liked his Generate Call Faster boon. Do I re-roll a second time? I think I do, honestly.
How about some other boons instead?
You know what I should have done? I should have held out. I should have held out until we got a higher rarity Zeus, like a Zeus with a skull at the bottom, because then I would have a much better chance of seeing those boons. At least, I don't fully know for certain this is the case.
Danny. And now, prepare to die.
But I have heard some hearsay and seen some rumors that potentially the way that the increased rarity effects work is it's not just limited to the initial tier 1 and tier 2 boons like the non-duos and legendaries. Any boon that increases rarity chance does have the added benefit of potentially increasing the quality of boons to duos and legendaries as well. And if that's the case, then I have some rethinking of how I view certain choices in this game. Namely, again, the Eurydice decision to take her rarity upgrade rather than the future boon rarity upgrade. It's funny that I've basically gotten to the point where I never take her boon that gives Palm of Power, because it's rare that I'm in Asphodel and have a situation where all those palm levels are going to end up in the right place, where rarity upgrades wouldn't be the better option, you know? Because for you to benefit from that palm, realistically speaking, you need to have like 1 or 2 boons that it's going to hit, and that's it. And the odds of that are fairly low once you're in Asphodel. But similarly, the odds of you getting the 2 boons that you want to get rarity upgraded, it's potentially more damage that way. I don't like comparing scaling.
Master Chaos has evolved.
If you have a higher rarity and then get palms on it later, or already have palm levels, you probably get more out of increasing the rarity
Surpassed my Hydra.
than you do keeping the rarity low but getting more palm levels on it, because they both scale, but the amount the palm scales is a percentage of the base damage, and the rarity affects the base damage. At least that's my understanding of it. I don't know for certain. I've never like actively read things on this to know for certain. All right, it's either going to be Artemis or it's going to be Poseidon, and I think it has to be Poseidon. Let's be honest. This is a closet special build if there ever was one. We'll go ahead and take that Darkness. We don't have any reason to take Ignited Ichor because we don't have Rush Delivery at this point. Hermes wasn't super kind to us. He was just he's running along with the meme that this build is becoming. It's a I want it to be an attack build, but it's a special build. Oh well.
Another day or night in paradise.
Well, go ahead and take this hammer. How much do you want to bet? We're gonna get offered a bunch of specials? Maybe
What
it'll
is
offer
it
us
now?
both, and I can really just decide for myself what I want to lock myself into at this point. Because I still prefer attacking with the aspect of Rama, but I will not lament the meme build that a special build could be here. I think I've already done an episode called The Wrong Way to Play Rama where I go Sea Storm on the special, and it worked pretty well. It wasn't my strongest build, but it worked really well. Where's the... I'm not a fan of this this perk where the Revenants split into 4. It can be really devastating if you're trying to kite a bunch of enemies, but also have to like focus down the one that you specifically need to kill. Here, let's see how much. Look at all the damage that Zeus's call is doing right now. Like, maybe we just do a set of phases each with each of our damage options. We charge up enough God Gauge to finish Hades off with with the call, with the greater call in the last phase, and just see how much that damage alone does. If we're going that route, we definitely need Zeus's legendary. And there it is, Relentless Volley. Explosive Shot is not that great because it makes your power shot much slower to charge up, and Repulse Shot is inherently disappointing. So yeah, we got our best option being Special Fires plus 4 shots. This is a special build. The game insists. Between Palm and Coin, Palm is better, but Coin may afford us a Zeus boon later on, so I'm gonna go Coin this route, I think. Maybe I'm wrong on that decision, but I'm gonna try it. See where it gets us. Here are another set of my least favorite enemies, the Shielders. I am just really bad at properly dealing with them, and I'm super prone to taking damage because of that. But the thing is, if I tag them with my special and get behind one, even if I miss one, I hit the other. That said, I need to remember that after they do their little dash jump attack, they do a wide swing around them, and I seem to be fairly prone to taking damage from that. I'm gonna tag one shielder and then move on to the other. Here, have a Zeus. You can't dodge lightning if it comes from, or you can't block lightning if it comes from directly above you, unfortunately. Or fortunately, can you not? Really? I don't know. Like, chariots are annoying because they're super fast and hard to evade, especially with forced overtime. The shielders, my brain just doesn't work right with them, I guess. I'm just not good at positioning around them. Artemis in the shop, sure. Ooh, some coin for me, sure.
I'll take this
Hunter's Mark. As always, Hunter's Mark is a brilliant boon to take at all times. A Charon fight now. Probably gonna lose a Death Defiance for this. And I don't care.
Charon won't mind, will he?
He will mind. May as well take all the coin. May as well take all the discounts later on sticks. He mad. But that's okay.
Let's go, Charon.
This is one boss where I will probably avoid using point blank shot until I know it's safe. He's actually pretty easy to dodge once you know his build, once you know his attack patterns though. The timing is fairly consistent, and look at that, crit for almost 1,000 damage on one attack. Like, that's why I want this to be an attack build. The game just is like, no, special, only special. Need to make sure I keep boiling blood on him as well for the damage. That was avoidable. All right, here, let's pop a call so I can get that enhanced damage from Billowing Strength and just melt him before his next phase. Yeah. Definitely taking more damage than I need to. Oops, well that I could have avoided. I dashed right into that, but this is fine. Oh, well, I wasted the Zeus call. We've got him. Like I said, I kind of anticipated losing a Death Defiance, but if that's the only thing I lose here, I can live with that. He's giving us a ton of free damage now because he's charging up. He's going to start swinging his ore though, so I got to be careful of that. Not sure how I didn't take a hit there, but all right, this should finish him right there. Nope, one more? Okay.
You had me worried, mate.
Yeah, when you beat Charon, he dings like a fish. It's weird. You have something to say? No, you just have my debuff on you. Okay. All right, down a Death Defiance, but as strong as ever, I think. Oh.
Hold nothing back against me, short one.
If I
Now come.
were running higher heat and had this happen, I would be very scared. But I don't need to be very scared because I have the power of Rama. The Celestial Sharinga is not to be trifled with. Sorry, shoot, I thought I would be outside his range, but I was not. And like I said, you can safe spot if you're prone to taking too much hits. Like here, I can't really use my attack against him, but I can outrange him. I can very easily outrange him. That said, our special's base damage is pretty lackluster despite the game's intent. Shoot, I'm misjudging the distance. That's safe for that. I need to be careful. I'm gonna lose another Death Defiance if I'm not careful. Got some good hits from Zeus's call there, but oop, well, there we go. There we go. Another Death Defiance lost. Wow, we've been having some rough bow runs lately.
Stand down. I concede.
That bow of the aspect of Chiron run we had not too long ago, I got surprisingly close to losing the run.
In the name of Hades.
I guess I've just been playing so many other weapons. Ooh, okay, Razor Shoals for sure here. That's a nice extra damage steroid and very reliably grants us status privilege now because we have Aphrodite's curse on the attack, plus Poseidon's special. We love to see that. That's a nice juicy 40% damage increase to pretty much all sources of, I believe, all sources of damage. And then I forgot we took Hunter's Mark, which is even more exciting because then we can crit stack. Okay. We're good. We are good. I just have to treat Hades with a degree of seriousness. I'll probably go into Hades with the Lucky Tooth just to play it safe. Do I need to? Probably not. I think I can handle Hades just fine with Rama. But you know, I don't want to throw we're 70 strong actually on the win streak now, aren't we? Like, I don't want to throw that. I don't want to throw that until I break 100, because if I lose the 100 win streak, I'm going to be a sad boy. Oof. This is a rough situation to be in. I can't really clear all those revenants without popping myself potentially.
On my authority.
Hermes, I thought we already had you. All right, ooh, perfect, quick favor. We want that. We want that a lot. Automatically gain 1% God gauge every second. That'll make it so we can use Zeus's call a lot more often. Now, a trial seems like a bad idea here because I'm probably gonna get hit pretty hard. And we're most of all, we want Zeus's legendary and his duo. Can't get his duo. Could potentially see his legendary. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna risk it. I'm probably gonna get punished for this pretty badly. Oh well.
I have to pick a side.
Give me the legendary. Oh well. On the bright side, Clouded Judgment. Your God gauge charges up faster by 10% when you deal or take damage. That will be very good for our call.
Oh, but this is such a heartbreak, dearest. Why would you do that? You know that I won't take this lying down.
Those first two sentences make it sound like she kind of expected it, which
Aphrodite, I'm sorry.
I feel like at this point she should, because I've expressed my distaste for her in a lot of ways. All right, as long as I monitor where her heart ends up, I should be careful. I probably just focus on moving around until I see it so that I can avoid it, because I am pathetically prone to getting hit by it for some reason. All right, it spawned really far away. We should be good. Okay, that was like the easiest trial ever. There were so few
It
waves.
is through times of difficulty that the love we share is tested and reforged. But you just watch yourself when testing it like that.
Like, they gifted that to us. Empty Inside. Definitely not Crush Shot. We'll take Empty Inside. Our weak effects last for 5 extra seconds.
And beauty.
Not that inspiring. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, we have 3 levels of jury summons, and yet that was one of the smallest... I think one of the smallest trial I've ever had to fight. I think this is the one instance where our special build that we're running actually gets to shine, because we have a bunch of really weak one-shottable enemies, I suppose. Trying not to get popped by these. They're in an awkward position where they're kind of hugging a wall and I can't hit them reliably. Like, the chariots, if they get knocked into a wall, just instantly explode. So, good for me, I guess. Like, the Poseidon special is actually doing some work. Maybe I just sit here and spam special for a second and see what happens. Until they come close and I get hit. But you know, that wouldn't happen, right? I'd drop a call and just hit him with Jolted and he'll kill himself if I can't kill him first. Looks like there's still a butterfly ball somewhere off in the horizon. Would you kindly not be so lame? No? Alright, fair enough. Here we go. Alright, HP isn't bad. Shop or Poseidon? So Poseidon can give us the duo, the shop could give us HP. I think I need to play a little safe here just to make sure we're not throwing the run, because we have the damage we need. And we could get it here. Emphasis on could. All right, Billowing Strength. After using your call, you deal 20% more damage for 15 seconds. I thought I got this, but I guess I re-rolled when we were offered it.
Light of the heavens.
Take the HP, take the palm.
It's the spot.
Tempest Floor. So there's another level on our special, because of course it ends up on our special. This is not a special build game.
These two.
Waste not more words with this one, King. Let's fight.
All right, let's go ahead and just pop them. They both got Hunter's Mark placed, so we'll go ahead and get some nice, easy damage. I do think I'm going to try and focus on bursting down Asterius first where possible, but when Theseus passes by, I'll reapply my special. That said, I seem to be focusing down as Theseus. Okay, Bull is charging. Whoa. Ooh, just barely evaded that. We're going to try and charge up the Greater Call before we shoot it out, if we can. Because we charge up God Gauge extremely fast, and we are going to melt these guys. Whoa, whoa, I somehow got pushed by Theseus's chariot, and that let me dodge Asterius. That was kind of weirdly jank. Okay, we've got our Greater Call. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try and pop Theseus first. Because if I pop Theseus, I kite Asterius over here and we kill them both. All right, here we go. It was a little early on that. Come on. Okay, drop Sisyphus. Watch their HP get melted. And whoop-bam. We have a really stacked call right now. We get a Zeus legendary, and that call is going to probably be all we need for the final phase of Hades, like his last half of his second phase. It probably won't be, realistically speaking, but I'd like to see how much damage we deal. The one thing is, if he uses his darkness and teleports away, he's gonna lose. We're gonna lose out on so much damage potential. All right, I'm gonna take the Lucky Tooth just for safety. So, oh, exactly, well, what I need. You know, I need to learn to check the shop before I go taking the Lucky Tooth. We could have taken something more fun. 2 Death Defiances is more than enough. Like, I die twice, and I die once, and I'm playing safe. Or at least safer. All right, moment of truth. Do we see Poseidon, or Zeus on this final floor? Do we get their duo? Do we get Zeus's legendary? I hope we see both. We see Poseidon, he gives us the duo. We see Zeus, we get his legendary. We do see both. I think
what lurks in this surface river.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take Poseidon's room first. The reason for this is he might offer us the duo first, and that takes away 1 slot that we could lose for the legendary from Zeus. Now, this is a low tier Zeus. It's only a 120 in the shop, which means it's not going to likely have higher rarity boons, but there is a chance. And that chance is worth pursuing. Let's go ahead and get Poseidon first, like we planned. And then critting for 1200, not bad at all. I don't even think that was a fully charged attack. That was like the minimum amount of charge I needed to put on the attack to get its damage off. 996 with a full charge. Okay, 888. Some nice numbers coming through. Not reaching the quadruple digits quite yet, but that's okay. Let's see how. Oh, you know, I shouldn't stand directly in the shots or in the projectiles, should I? It does actually feel like somehow our special might out DPS in some aspects.
Poisoned.
Maybe not, actually. I need to get the wall bounces, and this is not a room to sit still and spam 1 button. Unfortunately, these satyrs are a pain, especially if I run into their attacks like I'm so prone to doing. All right, come on. Oh man, they attack faster than I can charge up. I got hit by both of those discs. That feels really lame. I could have avoided that. I could have just dashed. I chose to walk. Like, that was entirely avoidable. Do I have... Oh, I thought I had Greater Call. Shoot. Well, I'll just keep spamming it then. Because Zeus is going to melt everything, that's for sure. There we go. We have a very strong, well-rounded build is what this is. This is a well-rounded build. Call, attack, and special all do a ton of damage. Unfortunately, we're not offered the duo here, which means Zeus is probably not going to offer the duo either. So they're forcing me into a special build without giving me any of the things that make the special build pop off. Nope, nothing. Nothing at all. All right, I guess I'll take Lightning Reflexes. I don't even know, man. None of these are really that appealing for this build. Ugh, unlucky. I mean, Heaven's Vengeance would potentially get Double Strike, apply Jolted. Lightning Reflexes, though, I think makes more sense because I'm going to be dashing nearby enemies. And Artemis, ooh, Hunter's Dash. That'll be a nice 60% more damage. Sure, we'll take that. See, I can still run the attack. I can still run an attack build, I swear. Okay, what's better, 65% crit chance or 20, almost 30% more damage? I think because it's so hard to actually get a crit, we only have a 2% chance. It's more reliable to take Heartbreak Strike here. All right, well, Let's see if we got a 2-chamber Styx. We have been having some very long Styx chambers lately. HP or palm? Well, I think we go for the... we don't need the HP. We'll go for the palm. It'll probably end up on something that we don't want it on, but oh well. Okay, let's see. Like, our specialist still feels a fair bit lacking, but it's look at them bounce around. Like, these small chambers are kind of funny. It's definitely not our core DPS, despite what the game wanted, but it still feels pretty good. And again, in the small chambers of Styx, it's perfectly viable to just sit in one spot and spam it. That's Satyr. I was at his maximum range, so it missed, but he's just like, oh, you think you can sit still while I'm in a room? Well, joke's on you. As always, the joke is not only on me, the joke is me. I am the joke. But you know what?
Heads up.
I'm enjoying this. For the brief moments where the special is more relevant than a damage steroid for our attack, I'm gonna enjoy this silly build that the game really wanted us to run. And toss in a Zeus for good measure. Alright, 2-chamber Styx. Nope.
One of their disgusting layers, huh?
Ugh. Honestly, the giant satyr is way easier to dodge than the smaller ones. Because they shoot out in a pattern that's super predictable, and yet I can't, for the life of me, reliably dodge it at all. It's kind of sad. Well, now that there's only one enemy and it can't use projectiles, I think we just win because I keep doing this over and over again. Just gotta make sure I pay attention to its little spawnlings that it makes every now and again. But this is fine. This is fine. Oh, it can dig away. Oh no, we killed it. Okay, never mind. I couldn't see its HP bar.
Strength.
Alright, another 2 levels of either 7% more damage every time we use our God Gate. Oh no, 17% feels faster. 2% more crit chance, or 12% more attack. All of these are decent in their own way. I think we go for pressure points for the chance of getting Hunter's Mark proccing more often. Thought of Judgment is nice because our Zeus call is just so ridiculously strong. But it's only 7%. I mean, the thing about it is we generate God Gauge really fast if we stick to just using our special. Let's do it. Let's go all in on the cast. We've got enough attack damage, and crit isn't really what our build is focused on. Let's go ahead and take this other one. Let's see, 19% now, or... yeah, that's the only option that works. So now we have 19% more God Gauge generation when we take or deal damage. Let's go for the HP. If we're getting a really long Styx chamber, then a mini boss will be easier to deal with when we're already kind of low. And if we don't get it, oops, hold on. If we don't get it, then we have an easier chamber to deal with than a full chamber of Styx. I may need to be a little bit more mindful because the special does not... ooh, upgraded rarity. Nah. Cyclops Turkey and Life Essence, though, we will take. Because there's nothing left to buy in the shop. I guess there's no harm in taking this since I don't have any coin to spend. And if this is a 4-chamber Styx, I'll have to run for the Aphrodite room next. So, alright, fair enough. Anyway, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought in typical fashion. I don't know, man. This will probably be my last recording for the day. My throat is starting to get sore and I'm getting tired. I recorded so many episodes yesterday and my throat got like kind of wrecked by the end of it. Okay, this is the end of our Styx hunt.
Refreshing.
I guess the question is, would I have healed more if I had taken the Centaur Heart before taking the Fountain? Because it is it's a percentage heal, right? Do I run the Aphrodite room? I really have nothing to gain from Aphrodite, even if it's an upgraded rarity.
Has the prince again persuaded fearsome Cerberus to get out of his way?
I mean, we don't have any Artemis core boon, so we can't get Heartrend. Her duo with Poseidon is useless. Her duo with... oh, we do have Artemis's Dash. I could. Smoldering Air would be decent, too, because then I would really just spam Zeus's call left and right. Oh, interesting. That's interesting to know. If you clear Cerberus, you can't take any more rooms. Okay, well... so much for that, then. Alright, I had almost convinced myself to go back and take her because there were actually 2 duo boons I could make an argument for. Heartrend and Smoldering Air, the duo between her and Zeus that makes it so we can't get Greater Call anymore. We can only we cap at 25%, but we automatically fill our God Gauge.
Your heart-seeking Coronacht may have brought you this far, but shall not help you here.
I beg to differ, dear old dadist. We have... This is one of those builds that's kind of a jack of all trades. It's jack of all trades, better than a master of... what is it? A master of none, but better than a master of one sort of build.
Surely you could have avoided that.
Yes, I could have. You're right. But I didn't, and I didn't avoid that either. All right, let's get rid of these gems. They're distracting me a little bit. What'd you... I said get rid of them, not make more. Dad, stop wasting my time and come take your punches. There's a nice meaty hit. All right, fine. We're just gonna spam special. You win. That's what the game wanted. That's what we're gonna do. Zagreus.
Heed now my summons, wretches, and come bring my wayward son down to your depths.
You know, something that I hope for Hades 2, I think it's well established that Zagreus is not the main character of Hades 2. If you've seen any cover art of it, I do hope that he ends up being a keepsake at some point. That would be cool if you could get the keepsake of Zagreus the same way that you get the keepsake of Hades in this game. Like, I don't know when or where or if at all Zagreus will show up in Hades 2, but if he does, I bet it would. I think it would be really cool. Wow, that was a waste. Oops.
Blast that wretched Zeus.
Oh well. At least we can use it to take out his friends.
Darkness.
And of course, he darknesses away. Well, no friends for you, Hades. Wow, he completely waited at. I didn't get a single hit on him with that. I think he like dodged all the hits by teleporting away in typical fashion. Backstab damage should not be overlooked here. It is pretty darn great. All right, so here's the goal. Let's see how much damage our Greater Call can do on Hades in this phase, but I do need to charge it up first. So that means one of two things. Either I'm gonna camp out and wait for the Hermes boon that we got to build it up, or I'm just gonna sit here and he's gonna let us do this. All right, I do need to be careful about these pots. He's looking for a nice meaty swing on us. I think I can actually generate, oh gosh. I don't like standing here between these two pots, so I'm gonna try and be as spaced out as possible so I can dodge. Oh cool, we got the Greater Call. All right, we're good to phase him, so let's get that done first. Hunter's Mark put on him gives us a nice juicy crit potential. Fortunately, we crit in the worst way possible on the special because everything about this build is special, while nothing of it is special. All right, here we go. I'm gonna let him use lasers first so that I guarantee that he is going to sit still for us. Looks like no, he's not positioning for a laser. Oops. Okay, it's fine. We've got 2 Death Defiances. I can fuss about as much as I want.
Scream all you like.
Come on, Dad. Use your lasers. Use your lasers. Come on. Come on. I don't want to kill you with anything other than lasers, or other than lightning.
Observe.
Okay, I think Dad has just decided lasers are off the table. I'm giving him... Oh, here we go. Okay, perfect. Zeus!
It shall be so.
And Sisyphus.
Coming true. A laughable excuse for an assault.
Alright. Not actually as good as I had hoped it to be, but we got it. 20, and I mean, like, let's be honest, 2,800 damage is nothing to laugh at. Me wasting all my Death Defiances is nothing to laugh at either, but this build, also something. This build is definitely something to laugh at.
I shall keep coming back. The same as you.
I do so enjoy the fact
Again, you.
that time after time, again and again, we get to Hades, and I'm just
In my father's name.
messing with him for science. Like, I'm not even taking the fight remotely serious. What do we do here? What do we honor for this run? I feel like we probably just say, I mean, the game obviously wants us to honor the special because, oh my goodness, it really wanted us to honor the special. But I almost want to just focus on the call because it's funnier. The game said this is I said this was an attack-based build. The game said this was a special-based build, but no, it was me, Zeus's aide, the whole time. Let's do it. Let's do it. So we got Billowing Strength. We got Clouded Judgment. We got, where is it? I think we take, yeah, Double Strike. Yeah, I think that's what we do. So we take, where is it? High voltage. High voltage? No. Static discharge. Oh, well, so much for that. Oh, well. I keep trying to press B instead of pressing A a second time to deselect things, and it costs me the picture. Oh, well.
It's you or me, fishies.
Good enough. We would have honored the last call-themed thing, which I've already blanked on what it was, but it was
Mine.
decent.
That's one more fish for me.
But yeah, if they're not going to give me Zeus's Legendary or Poseidon-Zeus duo, I'm not going to give them the honor of the special.
Snakes and serpents rank amongst the creatures somewhat known to Zagreus, due to their presence in the underworld. So it is with delight that he approaches one upon the surface, greeting it as a familiar friend. It greets him venomously back, using its fangs.
Oh no!
One thing I always think about is, like, how do characters in these games perceive pain? Because, like, I would take a hit that does, like, 40 damage, like a big cleave from Hades like that, and I would just be crippled. Like, I might have half my HP left. That doesn't mean I'm not, like, keeled over, like, breathing.
He's back! Good thing you're basically immortal, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, we're basically immortal, so do we actually get, like, a numb sense of pain? Is it something we work through?
Make yourselves at home.
I heard he beat Lord Hades himself. Cause of death, rare fungus.
Achilles, I've revealed the hidden aspect of the Heartseeker. Lady Artemis herself told me the words, and it seems Coronach belonged to, maybe will belong to, somebody called Rama, peerless with the bow, even among gods.
Many lay claim to peerlessness with bows in my experience there, lad, although I'm not to judge a vision from an ancient weapon such as that. I hope this Rama shall use his weapon wisely when the time comes. Same as you.
I have this feeling that he will.
Honestly, you know, that's something I should do. I have used Rama and claimed it as my favorite weapon for so long.
Go make us proud, my son.
But I have never once looked up and tried to learn.
Cerberus is preoccupied with scratching and biting at himself.
Who or what Rama was and what their legends tell.
Three-headed boy.
Or legends tell. And maybe that's something I should do. I probably will after this episode, because like I said, I'm going to take a break and I'm curious about it enough to want to educate myself a little bit further.
As you can see, I must attend to all this parchment work.
Well, attend well, Hades. Orpheus?
I'd best get back to singing, Zagreus.
Looks like we've got some new dialogue from Nyx. Let's save that for last. Now, I have nothing that I can trade Titan Blood for, but I am now understanding that
That's too good a deal to pass up.
Don't really need Titan Blood for anything anymore. We have maxed out all the aspect weapons. I had been trying to buy it over and over again, and now realize it's kind of a waste, which is unfortunate. We still need some diamonds and ambrosia. I should max out all the chthonic keepsakes.
So what even happened when you lost your job, Dusa? Did you have someplace else to stay? Was everything all right?
You know, it's funny. After I was fired, at first, I just couldn't believe it. I felt lost. But after a few days or nights, it's like it opened up my eyes, you know? Suddenly I had all this time to myself, and what I realized was I was so tired. I think I really needed the break.
I'm surprised you wanted to come back to work after something like that. Wouldn't you be totally fed up? Burned out on the whole thing?
I love this work too much to get burned out, Prince. But that's me. I know there's more to being alive or being dead than just your work, but my work happens to be important to me. And besides, if I don't push myself from time to time, how can I ever know my limits, right?
That's fair. But it does sound like you were burnt out, Dusa, whether you realize it or not.
If you go too far beyond your limits, things can get bad. Believe me. I mean, you almost lost the job you care so much about.
I mean, that's the whole reason I think she lost the job, aside from the weird relationship between Dusa and Zagreus that Nyx wasn't super into.
You're right. I need to be more careful not to push myself too hard too often. Hey, could I ask a favor? Would you tell me if I go too far with work again?
This is what you should do, and it's something that I very much appreciate, having Kiwi as my support, like my support post. No, that doesn't sound right. My strongest supporter, because she will tell me when I am going too much, when I am doing too much, and going beyond what I should do for my own sake. And it's really hard to recognize that sometimes, so it is very helpful to have someone in your life who can be like, hey, pause, look at what you're doing. How do you feel about what you're doing? Is it good? Are you enjoying it? Or are you just hurting yourself for the sake of an end goal?
Sounds good. I will.
That we will.
Cooking's one way to pass the time.
And yeah, Kiwi, like, if you're even awake to hear this,
Till
as
next
always, Thank you for your support, and thank you for reining in the insanity and stupidity that I am capable of, because I think few others could.
At first, I was deeply concerned that you were spending so much time with Dusa, child. It seemed unbecoming for the both of you, and threatened to disrupt our custodian's routine. Except, it pleases me to say that, in this case, I was mistaken about you.
Thank you for saying so, Nyx. Though you mean you were mistaken about me or about Dusa?
I was mistaken about both of you. That you would influence her in a harmful way, yet here in point of fact, she has performed her duties with increasing skill. That she would fail to perform her role or to learn well from her mistakes. Please do continue to look out for her.
I will. She'd do the same for me.
Alright, well, I still have issues with the plot point of this arc, but I am happy with the outcome. We got Dusa back. Nyx is recognizing that she was wrong, and I think that's an important thing to say, that Nyx acknowledges she was wrong. One of these days, we will be able to play the lyre like a champion, or at least like an Orpheus, or the student of Orpheus. But, alright, Kiwi, let's say goodnight to Skelly and call it a day. What are we running next? Ugh, the sword. I don't like this sword, Kiwi.
Couldn't hit me with that, pal.
We ran Poseidon last time, so I guess we'll go Aspect of Nemesis this time, go a crit build or something. But with all that said, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. I hear you sneezing in the background. I hope you get a nice clear nose after all that. I love you, Kiwi. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. I hope you sleep well.
I live again, boyo.